The world we live in thrives on progress. Every day, we witness advancements that push the boundaries of what's possible. But not all progress is created equal. Some changes are merely incremental, while others are transformative. There's a fundamental difference between incremental improvement and radical innovation. Incremental improvements are like small steps forward, while radical innovations are giant leaps. Copying what others do leads to incremental progress. It's about making things slightly better, a bit more efficient. It's taking something from 1 to n. This kind of progress is important, but it has its limits. True innovation lies in creating something entirely new, going from 0 to 1. Think about it, this is where the magic happens. Improving existing technologies is valuable. It helps us refine and perfect what we already have. But it only optimizes what we already have. It doesn't create something fundamentally new. To truly revolutionize industries and solve fundamental problems, we need to venture into the unknown. We need to take risks and explore uncharted territories. We need to create new markets, new products, and new ways of thinking. This requires a mindset that embraces uncertainty and challenges the status quo. This is the essence of 0 to 1. It's about making the impossible possible. Take the example of the Wright brothers. They didn't just improve on existing transportation methods. Instead of simply trying to build a better horse-drawn carriage, they dared to imagine flight. They envisioned a world where humans could soar through the skies. They went from 0 to 1, creating an entirely new industry and changing the world forever. Their innovation opened up new possibilities and transformed how we travel. This is the power of vertical progress. It's about making leaps that redefine what's possible. The 0 to 1 mindset is about identifying opportunities where others see only obstacles. It's about seeing potential where others see limitations. It's about challenging conventional wisdom and daring to build the future we want to see. It's about having the courage to break through barriers and create something new. It's about believing in the power of innovation to solve our greatest challenges and create a better world for everyone. This is the true essence of going from 0 to 1. We are taught to celebrate competition. But what if competition is actually the enemy of progress? What if the relentless drive to outperform rivals leads to a focus on short-term gains rather than long-term innovation? What if the most innovative companies are those that manage to escape competition altogether? These companies can focus on groundbreaking ideas without the constant pressure to outdo their competitors. This is the controversial idea at the heart of Peter Thiel's philosophy. In his book 0 to 1, Thiel argues that monopolies are not just beneficial but essential for true innovation. Thiel argues that true innovation thrives in the absence of competition. When a company has a monopoly, it can afford to take risks and invest in long-term projects that might not pay off immediately. When companies are locked in fierce competition, they focus on short-term gains and incremental improvements. They become too busy fighting over existing customers to create anything truly new. This constant battle for market share can stifle creativity and lead to a cycle of minor upgrades rather than revolutionary changes. Monopolies, on the other hand, have the resources and the freedom to think long-term. They can afford to invest in research and development without the immediate pressure to show returns. They can invest in risky research and development. This freedom allows them to explore uncharted territories and develop technologies that can change the world. They can afford to pursue ambitious projects that might take years, even decades, to come to fruition. This long-term vision is often what leads to the most significant breakthroughs. Think of Google's dominance in search or Tesla's lead in electric vehicles. These companies have used their market positions to push the boundaries of what's possible. These companies are not afraid to be different, to challenge the status quo, and to create entirely new markets. Their willingness to innovate has set them apart from the competition. This is not to say that all monopolies are good. There are certainly cases where monopolies have abused their power and stifled innovation. Monopolies built on rent-seeking or government protection can stifle innovation. These monopolies use their power to block new entrants and maintain their dominance without contributing to progress. But ethical monopolies, those that achieve dominance through superior products and services, are the engines of progress. They drive industries forward and set new standards for excellence. They have the power to transform industries, create jobs, and improve our lives in countless ways. By focusing on long-term goals and investing in groundbreaking research, these companies can lead us into a future filled with innovation and progress. In a world saturated with information, it's easy to feel like everything has already been discovered. But Thiel believes that there are still secrets out there, unconventional truths waiting to be uncovered. The key is to ask the right questions. Thiel's secret question is deceptively simple. What important truth do very few people agree with you on? This question forces us to challenge conventional wisdom, to think for ourselves and to identify opportunities that others have missed. Consider the example of Airbnb. The founders of Airbnb identified a simple but profound truth, that people were willing to rent out their homes to strangers. This was an unconventional idea at the time, but it turned out to be a billion-dollar insight. Finding your own secret question is not easy. It requires curiosity, independent thinking, and a willingness to challenge the status quo, but the rewards can be enormous. By uncovering these hidden truths, we can unlock new possibilities, create new markets, and build a better future. Not all startups are created equal. Some companies go on to achieve extraordinary success, while others struggle to survive. This disparity in outcomes is not random. It's driven by what Thiel calls the power law. The power law states that a small number of companies create the vast majority of value. Think of Google in search, Facebook in social media, or Amazon in e-commerce. These companies are not just slightly better than their competitors, they are orders of magnitude more successful. This winner-take-all dynamic is a fundamental feature of the technology industry. Network effects, economies of scale, and the power of brand create a virtuous cycle that allows successful companies to get even bigger and stronger. Understanding the power law is crucial for entrepreneurs. It means that focusing on niche markets and incremental improvements is not enough. To achieve true success, startups need to aim for market dominance. They need to build products and services that are not just slightly better but 10 times better than the competition. Section 5. Building the future. Thiel's blueprint for startup success. Building a successful startup is one of the hardest things you can do. But Thiel believes that there is a blueprint for success, a set of principles that can increase your chances of building a company that matters. First, start small and monopolize a niche market. Don't try to boil the ocean. Instead, focus on dominating a small, specific market segment. Once you have a foothold, you can expand gradually. Second, build lasting advantages. This could be through proprietary technology, network effects, or brand loyalty. The key is to create a moat around your business that makes it difficult for competitors to copy you. Third, think long-term. Don't get distracted by short-term profits or fleeting trends. Focus on building a company that will still be around in 10, 20, even 50 years. Following these principles won't guarantee success, but it will give you a fighting chance in the competitive world of startups. Remember, the goal is not just to build a company, but to build a company that makes a difference. Section 6. The illusion of progress. Why incrementalism fails. We live in an era of unprecedented technological advancement. Every day, we witness breakthroughs that were once the stuff of science fiction. From artificial intelligence to biotechnology, the pace of innovation seems relentless. But amidst all the hype, it's important to ask ourselves, are we truly making progress or are we just spinning our wheels? Are these advancements leading us to a better future, or are they merely distractions that keep us busy without addressing the core issues? Peter Thiel, a prominent entrepreneur and investor, argues that much of what passes for progress today is merely incrementalism in disguise. We see incrementalism everywhere in every sector and industry. Social media apps that offer slightly different features. Each new app promises a unique experience, yet they all fundamentally serve the same purpose. Smartphones that are marginally faster than last year's model. Each iteration boasts minor improvements, but the core functionality remains unchanged. These innovations may be superficially impressive, but they do little to address the fundamental challenges facing humanity. They contribute to a cycle of consumption and waste, without solving the deeper issues of sustainability and equity. The problem with incrementalism is that it leads to a local maximum. We reach a point where improvements become marginal and the potential for groundbreaking change is stifled. We get better and better at doing the same things, but we fail to explore truly transformative ideas. Our focus on optimization blinds us to the possibilities that lie beyond our current understanding. We become trapped in a cycle of optimization, blind to the possibilities that lie beyond the horizon. This cycle limits our potential and keeps us confined within the boundaries of what is already known. To break free from this cycle, we need to rediscover the spirit of bold, ambitious thinking. We must cultivate a mindset that values radical innovation over incremental improvements. We need to be willing to challenge assumptions, to embrace risk, and to pursue ideas that seem crazy at first glance. It's these seemingly outlandish ideas that often lead to the most profound breakthroughs. Only then can we hope to achieve true progress. By daring to think big and take risks, we can move beyond the limitations of incrementalism and create a future that is genuinely transformative. Section 7. A call to action, embracing the 0-to-1 mindset. The 0-to-1 mindset is not just for entrepreneurs. It's a way of thinking that can be applied to any field, any industry, any aspect of life. It's about identifying opportunities where others see only obstacles and having the courage to pursue them. It's about asking ourselves, what can I create that is truly new? What problem can I solve that no one else has been able to solve? What impact do I want to have on the world? These are not easy questions to answer, but they are the questions that lead to breakthroughs, to innovations, to a better future. They are the questions that define the 0-to-1 mindset. The future is not predetermined. It is shaped by the choices we make today. Will we settle for incremental improvements, or will we strive for something more? The choice is ours. Section 8. The legacy of innovation, shaping a better future. Throughout history, it has been the innovators, the dreamers, the 0-to-1 thinkers who have shaped the world we live in. From the invention of the printing press to the development of the internet, these individuals dared to imagine a different future and had the courage to make it a reality. Their legacy is all around us. The technologies we use every day, the medicines that save lives, the institutions that govern our societies, all are the products of countless acts of innovation. But the work is far from finished. We face unprecedented challenges in the 21st century: climate change, global inequality, the rise of artificial intelligence. These challenges demand bold, transformative solutions. They demand a new generation of 0 to 1 thinkers. The future is not something that happens to us, it is something we create. By embracing the 0 to 1 mindset, we can build a future that is more prosperous, more just, and more sustainable for all. Section 9. Finding your 0 to 1. A challenge to the reader. The journey from 0 to 1 begins with a single step. It begins with a spark of an idea, a glimmer of possibility, a belief that things can be different. It begins with you. What is your 0 to 1 moment? What unconventional truth do you believe? What problem are you passionate about solving? What impact do you want to have on the world? Don't be afraid to think big. Don't be afraid to challenge the status quo. Don't be afraid to fail. The greatest risk is not taking any risk at all. The world needs your ideas. The world needs your passion. The world needs your 0 to 1. So go out there and create it. The future is waiting.